Well, that's different. I made a last minute decision to go to Primex. After every good drought comes a flood. Wait till you see this wetlands across the road. I'll take the drone up probably on the weekend. Typical Sunday here at Something Shiny Farm. "40 years of Primex being at a casino, and today's the debut of it being at Lismore." I'm guessing it's because every time Primex was on at casino, it rained, it poured. You would have seen that last year. So, off I go. Primex 2026.
This is my friend Dundee, and he is a dingo. All right, now Dundee here is an 8-year-old dingo. He's an alpine dingo, and I have a really good bond with him. So I just straight up, guys, I just want you to reiterate that these guys, they're not like this in the wild, obviously, and dingoes can be quite hard to work with. I've raised this guy since a little puffball, 4.5 weeks old. We have a very, very good relationship, a healthy relationship at that, but it takes a long time to create this bond and trust with a dingo. And I'm not just being woo-woo here, it is a fact, okay? Now, dingoes are amazing creatures, and the biggest question we get when we're talking about dingoes, or biggest two questions I should say, is what is the difference between a dingo and a dog? Valid question. And why are they here in Australia? What possible role do they play in our environment? So, let's get into it. First things first, dingoes, difference between dingoes and dogs. Great question. I mean, if you look at him, he does look like a dog. All right, he's got this wet nose, he's got these whiskers, 2 pointy ears, he's got this big fluffy tail, cute little paws. You can look at him a little bit further. Yeah, I think he does look like a dog.
That was an interesting little show about alpine dingo. She doesn't shut up. Listen to her, she's still going. Hey, I spin around. Something just caught my eye. Look over there. Oh, timber. Better go and have a look. Tweed River Timbers, big shout out. I just asked the price of these things. $80. There's a couple more there, $80 each. They've got big holes in them. Check this stall out.
It's about to go away to Primex, and again, the wild swims are just about to start, and that's parking for really one. They are brilliant, these girls.
When we build a house, I don't know how we're going to do it.
No, we just go guys. They're like over 100.
I was just talking to the guy from the Greenworks store, and it turns out he knows my sons. He knows you, Brendan. He knows you, Wayne. He said he was talking to you this morning. It's a small world, isn't it? I think they did a good job by moving it to Lismore. Seems to be a lot more stalls, a lot more machinery, a lot more everything, a lot more people. There's less rain, there's no mud. Good job, Primex. Well done. 40 years in the one place. They finally moved it out here. Over to, who would have ever thought that Lismore would be the drier alternative after poor old Lismore copped so many floods. It's a massive show. They've got heaps of stuff. I'm in one tiny little section. Kind of wishing I had a got to the show earlier. I didn't get here till about 10:30. There is so much to see. I might be here for a little while. They got heaps of stuff. Haven't got 100 grand though. I think I need a new trailer. Would that work? I don't see the point. The sides are like 200 mil. What could you fit in that, possibly? I don't think the tractor would pull that one. That trailer looks better. A bit deeper, not as big. Gotta love the way they're advertising this truck, on this truck. Have a go at it. Who thought of that? They've got so much more stuff here, it's unbelievable. Crazy. Might have to go in here and buy Kerry a new side by side. Maybe way over to the back aisle, active machinery. I'm surprised how many people I know walking around here. I've lost about an hour just stopping and talking to people. I just spotted someone else that I knew. I'll have to go and have a bit of a chat. I was looking at these before I bought the forklift. 27,000 for a loader. General purpose bucket, 4-in-1 bucket and forks. The show just goes on and on and on. So many stalls, so many things to look at and see and buy. Need a caravan? No thanks. Need a house? Portable houses. Wheelie rooms. I've got stalls in the middle of the showground. Last time I was here, we were showing a stallion. Santiago KEI. That's a wrap for Primex 2026. Heaps of stuff. See you next time. The drought has broken, baby. How good's that? All 4 water tanks are overflowing and nearly every dam's amazing. Look, it's raining that hard, it's overflowing the gutters. After every good drought comes a flood. Wait till you see this wetlands across the road. I'll take the drone up probably on the weekend. It just went flat in the DJI mic. Anyway, just wanted to show you that. Another day of editing. It's 9 o'clock Sunday morning. Still foggy. Go figure. We had another 25 mil of rain. So far we're way well and truly into, oh no, we'd be at I think we've had just over 100 mil now. That's pretty good. That's V over there in the paddock. Coda's in the stable. today V has to come out of the paddock and she has to go over there with Gem. But she can't just go with Gem because that's not how horses work. You can't just throw them together. So Gem has to go out the bush paddock. So this is the bush paddock. It goes from Gem's paddock, which has got that dam in it, all the way up to my work. Runs along the road, basically. So I've got up this morning and had my usual list of jobs that I had to do within my head. And Kerry said, "Oh, can you just check that fence in that bush paddock and make sure the water's sorted?" So I'll just take you around with me just to show you how simple that job is. Check the fence and make sure the water's sorted. Yeah, no, the water's no good. It's black. So it looks like I'm going to have to clean that out. Empty it first, clean it out, scrub it. I'll spin back around. Now there's a hose there. You'll see where that goes. The water that goes in this bath comes off the pod that's behind me, up next to that Pantec that I bought recently. And the water comes off my shed for that. So here we go, spend the day with me, watch how this works. So I've got a couple of pods. That's my U-Butte water pump pod, firefighting, gurney pod, spin around. So I'm going to have to get the gurney because I've got this pod. I've used it before. Look inside. It's putrid. So the simple job of just like checking the water and making sure the fence works, it's going to take me till about lunchtime. But hang around, watch how this goes. Not sure if I've shown you this cool little gadget. When we bought the property, Steve gave us this, along with the electric fence unit. That I think it's capable of doing up to 30 kilometres. So it does the whole property, the whole electric fence that I've got set up. We've just got 2 strands of electric tape that fence off the bush paddock. I'll be back. I'm back. I just had to go and get my phone because I'll show you a cool little trick that I've got. So, like I said, there's 2 strands of 4mm electric tape that does the bush paddock. That looks like the fence is not on. Why? Oh, what a mess. So Kerry turns it off at the main. I don't know when she's going to turn that back on. Yeah, I'll have to go over to the physical on-off switch to turn it on so I can turn it off using my phone. I just climbed through the fence. Couldn't be bothered walking back over. It'll end up taking me till sundown. So the bath sits out here in the paddock behind my work, blah, 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 yada, 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 under all the trees. And it's not ideal because it gets full of sticks and leaves and branches, and every time I go to use it, I've got to clean it. I might have to move that. But the whole paddock's full of trees, and it's just handy to have it connected to my work shed. Anyway, I'll just deal with that. Anyway, I'll clean this thing out. What a mess. So the piece of mesh is there in case a bird falls into the water. Bird can climb out because many birds drown in horses' water. So there's about 200 litres. Hold on, I'll turn this off. So there's about 200 litres of water roughly in that pod, and a bath holds about 300 litres. On that angle, it's probably going to hold 200 litres. I might just connect that hose up, lift it up with the forklift, and let that gravity feed the rest of what's in that pod. That sounds like the quickest and easiest way to deal with that problem. Success. Gravity feed. Gravity works wonders. Now I'll just leave that sitting there. Oh well, that worked a treat. That bathtub pretty much full. About 200 litres on an angle. Kookaburras. So Kerry's put V in there before I've got the water sorted. It's handy. Back to showing you this. 6.6, 6.5 thousand, 5.8, 6.6 thousand volts. That's going to hurt. That's working well. She's doing a bit of running around in that paddock. Horses do that when you move them to a new paddock. They like familiarity. What is it? They like things that are familiar. Oh well, that pretty much wraps it up for that episode. These outros are getting later and later and later and later. It's after 5 o'clock now and it's getting dark already. What did we do? Went to Primex. That was interesting. 40 years at the one place, out at casino. Who would have thought Lismore would be their dry alternative? What else happened? Oh, Mother Nature put it on. The drought's broken. Now the ground's wet. There's stuff that I can't do now because the ground's too wet. Bipolar Mother Nature. I have a big shout out to Mother Nature for this episode, for putting on the goods. It'll help us coming into winter so the grass can grow a little bit more. Now we just need some sunny days. The last 2 days have been nice. Beautiful sunny days. Typical Sunday at Something Shiny Farm. That was fun and games. Check the water, fill the water, clean the bath. Anyway, well, I'm pretty much going to wrap it up. We've got some good projects coming up in the next couple of episodes, so that should be fun. I might even throw a little bit of a sneak peek of what I've just bought for the next project. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one. Here we are, Tuesday afternoon, 16th of June. I thought I'd stop into the mill and grab a couple of sticks. 200 by 200 by 5 metres.